everybody, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, I'm your hostess. Today, I want to start out by thanking all of our subscribers. As of today, we have 200 subscribers, and I am just over the moon, flabbergasted, and excited to have you here. We think of you as our friends. We pray for you. We pray for our channel, that we are doing God's work, and that we can be a testimony to Him. And we are just so thankful that you're here. And I also want to thank everyone that has prayed for us, for me specifically, because of the Big C. January the 31st, I developed the Big C. We called it the flu Rona at the beginning because we didn't know what it was exactly. On February the 14th, I was hospitalized, and I was there until February the 20th, and as of the 20th, they told me that I no longer had the Big C. But it has taken all of that time until today for me to be considered well. I came home with home health care and was on oxygen. And I am just so excited that my doctor yesterday is releasing me from home health care, and she's calling the company to come and pick up the oxygen equipment. So this week will be my last week with home health care. They're coming out to close out my case, and they can move on to another patient that needs some more. I want to thank all the doctors and the nurses and the healthcare providers that have worked with me to make sure that I was the healthiest that I could be. Two issues that I have still going on. One of them is my blood sugar is still elevated. It's elevated slightly. And I have gained a few pounds back of the weight that I had lost. And my doctor said not to worry about either one of those, that my body is still leveling off from all of the prednisone, the injections, and everything that I've gone through, and my body recovering. So I'll just ask y'all to continue to pray for those specific issues, that I'm able to get the few pounds that I've gained back off, and that my blood sugar will go back into the normal range again. I was doing so well before this hit with my weight loss and with the blood sugar normal range area for my numbers. She did take some blood. She's doing some blood work on me, and hopefully I'll hear something this week or next week about the results. So we'll see if there's anything else going on. I have gone to my heart doctor. I had a heart echo done, and I'm going to have a vein study on my legs done, just to make sure that there's nothing related to the Big C going on with either of those areas. You're going to see some video clips here shortly, and they are going to be of our garden area, things that we got going on outside, the chickens and the turkeys, and, you know, me collecting eggs, things like that go on daily on our little homestead. Our homestead is only 1.5 acres. We live in a double wide trailer, and we have issues with our trailer right now. We've got a floor issue going on that we're going to have to replace, and we're hoping that the wood prices will continue to come down so that we can afford to fix what needs to be fixed. Plans for the future, we are talking about getting some meat birds, which means we're going to have a place to put them. We're going to have to be willing to dispatch and prepare them for the freezer or for canning or whatever, however we're going to store them. So y'all be praying about that for us, because I still get a little queasy about having to dispatch animals. My husband does most of this by himself, and I'm going to have to be out there with him, helping him with this chore. We are looking at, ways that we can barter with others. this may be one of the ways that we barter with others in the future, with the eggs and with fresh meat. So we're thinking about that. I have plans on canning videos here in the near future. When the garden starts coming in, the canning season is on. I do can some in the winter. I did not can as much this winter as I should have. I kind of was just worn out from the first real year of canning that I've done in a long, long time. And I did put up a lot of canned goods. I put up a lot of pickles and relishes and jellies, meat and vegetables and beans. So we have a good selection in our pantry. And I have to keep adding to that. You know, as we use up the items, they have to be replaced. So this is just a part of the process of getting into the rhythm of, you know, fully going full steam canning. It takes away from my other pleasures, which is sewing and crocheting and painting and other arts and crafts that I like doing. So, you know, sometimes we have to give up one thing to do something else. Well, everybody, I thank you again for watching. I hope that you are enjoying our videos. We have so much stuff to talk about, and I'm hoping to get back into a regular swing of this. I'm doing a little bit better. I'm trying to get on a daily basis, at least Monday through Friday, with putting out a video. Our video equipment has been improved greatly. We are still trying to get a post office box because I do treasure each and every one of you, and I do want to have some correspondence with y'all. Other means, in case something does happen to YouTube, that we could have a correspondence set up already. May you be fully blessed. We picked this up a few years ago off the side of the road, and we finally found a permanent spot for it. It's got some things that I'm going to be working on to put on it, and it's a little garden trellis, and we've added that to it a couple of years ago. We've been working on our garden area. I've got my welcome sign set up. He's going to move that. He's got to drill a hole and get some rebarb in it, and he hung all our tomato cages on the fence last year, and we got some others that are homemade. We started filling up those cow mineral buckets with soil, and it took 2 bags, which is 2 cubic yards, or about 100 pounds of soil in each one of those. And we've taken an old windows, and we're going to use it as a cold frame to kind of warm the soil up so that we can get our plants started. It is still very chilly down here in West Tennessee. So as you see, we are busy. I've got some seeds coming up. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're starting to sprout. This is all herbs in this one. I think you can see some over here. I get down close enough. You see them? And this one has beets. And you have to look close to see the beets, but they're coming up. And my onions are doing really well. They're really coming up. I'll be taking these screens off pretty soon. We've got to figure out a way to keep the chickens out of all of this, y'all, because our chickens do free range. And over the winter, they tore up my greens that I had planted. This one, I planted scallion seeds in, this blue barrel. Let's go back and check out our other garden area. We haven't topped off because we have ants taking over. So I'm going to cover this up, and I'm going to pour a bucket of grits in there and try to kill the colony off. And this one, this was an R bed last year, and I've got to get out here and clean that out. But he did top that one off. And I've got 3 more right here that need to be topped off. And we're hoping to get this area fenced in so we can let the ducks out in it. We have a predator problem here, so they were taken off for the ducks, and we had to go and replace some ducks. There's 2 of our turkey ladies. I'm going to go inside their pen and see if they've laid any eggs. We have old windows laying here and there, and I'm hoping that we can use them either as cold frames or we can build a greenhouse out of them. The turkeys are really docile. I really don't have any problems with them. I'm going to lift this up and see if we got any eggs in here. No eggs. But I am going to open their other door up so they can get some air. It's warmed up enough now that they should be good for a little while. Hi, ladies. Hey, my ladies. Choke, 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 choke. Y'all need to come outside. I see an egg in there I can't reach. And there they go. And I forgot to bring my bucket out. I'm going to have to go get my bucket to go collect eggs. So this is what's going on this morning at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. There's my broody babies. This one looks like she's getting ready to get up, so I'm going to see if I can reach under her without getting pecked. Good. And this one in the corner, she just laid, and the bloom is drying on the egg. I'm going to grab those eggs out of here. We got to get out here and clean their nest boxes out. They're looking a little nasty. And this one is really, she's kind of tough to deal with. She don't like me messing with her. And she don't have anything underneath her anyway, so we're going to leave her alone. Going on here, that fight in the corner is still going on, y'all. Can you believe it? These 3 are still fighting over that one nesting spot. They got a 3-foot nesting area in each of these rollout boxes that they can spread out, and they choose to bunch up. We got the turkey house all opened up now, including where the nest box is, so they get a nice breeze going through that little house. And my husband's probably going to get out here and clean out all this stuff this evening or by the end of this week. Clean up everything for them. We're hoping to get them in a bigger house. This is an old chicken house, and it's not quite big enough for them. We had to take out one little section so they could actually lay in the nest box. And they like to lay underneath the house. Wouldn't y'all know it?